Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy King J. We're going to be talking about minus 13 punishes. Now, a lot of characters that have minus 13 punishes are usually shoulder barge. So characters like Feng, Armor King, Lars, they all have shoulder barge. With the exception of Ling Xiaoyu, she has a shoulder barge and that's 12 frames. But we all know that character's cheap, right? Nah, I'm joking. That's just personal preference. I think she's a cheap character, but let's move on. So yeah, there's characters that have shoulder barge, which is 13 frames, as you can see from the startup. So as you can see, this is Katarina doing her hop kick, which is minus 13. And as I said, most shoulder barges punishes. There's some other moves that I wanted to talk about as well that's a minus 13. Now we have Kazumi. Kazumi has a double mid move, which is down forward 1-2. Now moves like this are minus 13, but these put you in force crouch. We're going to talk about that in another video at a later date. Let me show you what I mean. So as you can see, minus 13, but I'm in force crouch, so I cannot get shoulder barge. No matter what way you do it, if you're in force crouch, it's hard for you to get the back 1+2, which is why I get this move instead. See, the only way you can do it is by tapping up from force crouch and back, but you're not going to get that because that will take frames and it won't be 13 frame perfect to punish. Heihachi has the same thing, which is down forward 1-2, and that puts you in force crouch, which then again makes it minus 13. But we're going to talk about that in another video. So I'm going to show you a list of examples of minus 13 frame punishments that you can get shoulder barge with when standing. All right, so now we have Bob. Bob does forward 1+2, which is a power crush where he pushes out his belly. This power crush is extremely annoying because it does have some high evasion. Sometimes when they do like down back 3 into belly, the jab sometimes misses. But if you block it, it is minus 13. And that is how you deal with Bob's forward 1+2. Ganryu is another character that has this, it's not a belly flop, it's kind of like a sumo charge. This move is minus 13. I know people look at it and they're like, oh, what is this move? They don't understand it, but this is minus 13. And it covers quite some range, so you might want to be careful of moving. See, as you can see, minus 13. But it can be 12, as you can see, if it's hit on the last frame. Pretty hard to kind of replicate the last frame, but it can happen. So you could get shoulder barge this way. And that would be the punish. So just mind, if it's on the tip, sometimes you'll get 12. It's kind of hard to showcase, but yeah. Alright, so we have Lars that has his arc blast. This move is pretty damn good, but you can punish it with a minus 13 punish. Let me show you an example. So if you ever see this move, make sure you punish it accordingly. If you ever see this move, make sure you punish it accordingly with a 13 frame punish. This move of Lee's always leaves me confused because I don't know how minus it is. When doing this video, I realized it was minus 13. So again, shoulder barge. And that will punish that while standing 2-3. Lee also has a move that is quite similar, so make sure you know which one is which. The one that's faster than this move is the one that is 13. This one's kind of slow and he kind of spins around in the other direction. With this one, you can duck and punish. Alright, so we are now on to Master Raven. Now, Master Raven is a very tricky character when she is in back turn stance. But if she does her back turn stance 1+2, that is minus 13. So remember to punish it with the 13 frame punish. Alright, so we're now on to Miguel, the brawler type. Now Miguel has a move where he does forward 2-2. This move is minus 13, so make sure you punish it the right way. Now we're on to Yoshimitsu. Most moves in this game that are mid-high are usually safe, but this move is actually minus 13. So make sure that you punish this move the right way. Alright, time for Hwoarang. Now this character is very, very tricky, but we can limit down how tricky he is if we punish him accordingly. So in his right flamenco stance, he can do a launcher that is minus 13. Make sure you punish it accordingly. I think it personally should be more, but that will be a different topic for another video. Alright, so now we're on to Bryan. Most keep out mid kicks are usually minus 13. Geese has one similar and we're going to showcase him after this one. Most of them look like this. This is minus 13. Ah, man. This is why you gotta pay for DLC, man. Paying for DLC wins. Anyways, let's try Lars and see if his one works. I guess DLC wins. Alright, so we now have Geese. He has a similar move to Bryan's one, but I don't feel like his pushback is as strong as Bryan's. So what we're going to do is we're going to test it out. So as you can see, the pushback on the kick is making his shoulder barge become 14 frames. Lars's shoulder barge is 13 to 14 frames. If it's the tip of your shoulder that hits, it becomes 14. So the issue with that is because it's minus 13, the shoulder barge hitting at 14 frames means it's not a punish. He can still block. So be careful. All right, let's see if DLC wins this time. Let's try it with Feng. So this goes to show Feng can punish it, Lars can't punish it, and Armor King can punish it as well. So you would have to take your characters into practice mode and see what moves punish these kind of keep out attacks, like Geese's forward 4, Bryan's 3+4, and similar moves to those. I also like to note that some characters have extensions that lead into these keep out moves. So Geese has down forward 1-4, which is like this. And Bryan has something similar. These moves that come from the extension seem to not push them out so far, so you're pretty much guaranteed the punish. Alright, so Kunimitsu has a very strong power crush. It got nerfed in, well, can we call it season 5 or version 5? But it's minus 13, so make sure you punish it. There we go. I don't know how often Shaheen players will throw this out, but sometimes they throw it out by mistake, or they could be completely random. Just make sure you know that it's minus 13 and it's not launch punishable. This move. Yeah, this move is minus 13 and not launch punishable, so punish it accordingly. Alright, so Claudio has a power crush that is minus 13. You don't really see Claudios do it that much unless they see that you're pressing buttons. Most Claudios will try to do like the low high move or the mid knee and stuff like that as well, or running too. But if you see this move is minus 13, so make sure you punish it. The thing with that move is that there's no pushback or anything. It's just sometimes it tries to catch you off guard. So yeah, just punish it with the strongest punishment you have with your character. Okay, so Eliza has this string where it's 2 out of 3 hits that she's doing, and it's minus 13. The third hit is also minus 13, but I'm going to show you that after this. So the 2 hit from this string looks like this. This is minus 13. Shoulder barge all day. But the thing is that she has a third hit. If she does the third hit, the shoulder might be an issue. Let me show you. Like that. Even jabs. I'm trying to jab. So you have to be careful. And it's minus 13 force guard on the third hit of the string. So that doesn't mean that you can punish it standing. It means that you're in force guard crouching. So you're forced to crouch, right? I'll show you. There we go. So you're gonna get that move coming up. Even if you try to press up and back, crouch cancel, it's not gonna work. I'm trying to do it as fast as I can. No punish. So yeah, just be careful of that move. Alright, so you probably have seen this move before by Julia. Make sure you punish this. Sometimes they just do the knee by itself and they don't do the second part of the string. But when they do, it's minus 13. There we go. It's a bit hard to see and you have to be quick, but yeah, that is minus 13. I also wanted to wrap up this video by just saying most mid extension moves, so like mid, so like Leroy's down forward 1-4. Most characters that have down like 2 mid attacks are usually minus 13. Characters that have hop kicks, you know, Law, Paul, like all of those characters that have hop kicks, those are minus 13. Majority of them are minus 13 outside of Lucky Chloe, which Lucky Chloe's one is minus 15. So you have to be careful when people are trying to do hop kick and you have shoulder barge as a punish. Claudio, Feng, Armor King, all these characters that have shoulder barge punishes. Some characters have good 13 frame punishes while some have mediocre 13 frame punishes. And sometimes their 12 frame punish is better. So you have to choose wisely on your punishment. Alright, so I'm glad that you lot got to watch the minus 14 punishment video. And I'm happy that everyone supported that video. This is the minus 13 punish video. I hope you lot support this one. Share it with your friends that are trying to be good at this game. I feel like this video is kind of like for the intermediate to advanced level players. Some people might not even known of certain minus 13 punishes, but you do now. So yeah, remember to subscribe because that helps support the channel and it helps me get into greater situations than I have previously, and it also helps me support the channel as well. And yeah, we'll be on to the next video. Leave some suggestions of what type of videos you want me to do. I felt like there was people that was asking me to do more tutorial based content, and I'm back here doing tutorial based content. But if there's something you want to know about, I'll be glad to consider it depending on what it is. But yeah, we'll be on to the next video. Subscribe. Peace out. See you later.